Hello there, friends, and welcome back to Sesh Cast. My name is GLDLX. This is Sesh Cast, a cannabis podcast for cannabis sessions. And happy holidays, friends. Happy that time of the year. Anyway, before we get into that, this is Sesh Cast. This is just a podcast I do where I get high and I talk about stuff. And yeah, we just hang out. So if you're coming back, thanks, appreciate it. If this is your first time with the show, hey, cool, thanks for stopping by, appreciate that too. Got a little bit of some life updates and such to get to before we get too underway here. So one of the things that I've been talking about a lot in the last couple episodes is this, big possibility for life change, huge life change is hopefully on the way, so on and so forth. And got some really disappointing news last night. The long story short is that I have been in the running for a new job, and that new job would require a pretty large scale move, but hopefully one that was going to be really positive for my living situation. Unfortunately, I heard back from that job last night that due to some internal difficulties within the company, they're rescinding the offer that they had originally given to me, which was very disappointing, but nothing you can do. And the reality is, if there's that much turmoil within the organization, I very well could have dodged a bullet on that one. So I've been talking about that a lot the last couple weeks, and I said I would give updates as I had them. So that's the update. Back on the daily grind and hunting for positive life change, and we'll get back to that as soon as something comes around. But for now, just kicking back and enjoying December. That's, I think, the biggest life update there. That being said, it's still looking good for PodCon in Seattle. Need to lock down plane tickets after I record this. I've already waited too long, but that possibility of a move was really holding me back on that. So have an Airbnb, which is great. Just need to grab plane tickets and PodCon tickets, and I will be officially underway for that. So that's coming up here in a couple of weeks. I think that's pretty much about it. I am totally slacking on the Instagram right now. I'm sorry, but follow me anyway. Lols. I'm at Sesh Cast. All one word. I do still need to put a post up today for last week's episode, which came out now 4 days ago. I'm sorry. Just with this whole job thing has been eating up a lot of mental energy. And now that it sucks the answer that I got, but at least now I have an official answer. I'm not being sort of strung along and suspending my life anymore. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more level-headed. At least that's sort of my fingers crossed. But yeah, so I've really been slacking on the Instagram. I'm going to try and pick back up on that. But you can follow me there. I'm at Sesh Cast. Shows come out every Thursday. Like I said, if this is your first time at the podcast, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy it, I hope you'll come back and stick around, and that'd be super cool of you. So there's the life updates. Today I'm smoking this sandblasted little green and white pipe that I used, oh gosh, episode 4 or 5, I think. I would have to look at the Instagram to know for sure when I used this last time. I don't remember, but this is a pipe my little brother gave to me. I didn't buy it. He just bought it from literally a smoke shop in the local mall. I'm gonna cough. Excuse me. So there was this store in the local mall that was sort of masquerading as a hippie gift store. They sold incense and Buddha statues and elephant pants and weird posters to hang on the wall. It was a very interesting store. It was called Tropical Trends. Well, they sold glass out of their back left corner cabinet secretly in the local mall, and my little brother bought his first piece there, and he ended up getting a job years and years ago that stopped him from smoking completely, and he was not a huge smoker. He would just smoke with us every once in a while, and so he wanted me to have this piece of his when he gave up smoking weed. So it was cool. Yeah, I like it a lot. Mostly I'm using it because it's the Christmassiest, holidayest. It's the most Christmas looking bowl I have. I can take a picture of this with some nice Christmas lights and it'll look festive. So yeah, that's why I'm using that. Smoking on some Ogre today because I have a lot to do and I needed some sativa in my life. I've got a long day ahead of me. So yeah, I did not want to get indica out at 11:30 in the morning. Honestly, I didn't really want to do this episode this morning because I do have a lot to do today, but I have no other time this week to do it. So here we are, getting high and doing stuff. That being said, I think I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to get high and then start doing some stuff. So I hope that you can smoke along with me, and I hope you're doing something today that is productive for you and is moving your life along in the way that it needs to be moved, and just keeping your forward motion, your forward progress. I hope that that's happening for you today. And yeah, see you on the other side of this. Cheers. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about the holidays because today is the 17th. Yeah, which means this episode will come out on the 20th. Which means then the episode that comes out after that will be on the 27th, which will be after most of the holidays have passed and we're ramping up for New Year. Um, so I'm just doing the holiday episode now. That's why. Also because it's 5 days before Christmas. So the holidays, I think, are a really interesting time, and um, wow, excuse me, I'm really struggling to talk today. The holidays are a really interesting time, and obviously, every year when the holidays come around, it's the talk of everything. Everything becomes holiday themed, and it's the accepted thing to do to just like make your content, whatever that content may be, holiday themed, and make your business holiday themed, make your marketing and your advertising holiday themed. It's just holidays, and it can be very overwhelming, and it can be a lot for people. And I think one of the interesting things about the holidays is that it's very divisive. The holidays are advertised as this time of family togetherness and happiness and like bounty. Like, everyone has whatever they need and everybody gets whatever they want and everybody is happy, and that's sort of the advertisement of the holidays. It's a very positive time, but the reality is there are a ton of people out there, and the holidays are negative, very negative for them. If it's the anniversary of family turmoil, which it is for many people, or you don't have a relationship with a family to spend the time with, or perhaps Christmas isn't even celebrated for you, or you don't celebrate really any holidays in December, or any one of a million things. There are plenty of reasons not to like the Christmas season, the holiday season. And I say Christmas, one, because that's the holiday that I celebrate, but mostly because that is the advertised holiday. It's the capitalist holiday that we have decided is the one that's going to be celebrated. And you can say that is because of the ingrained Christian culture in America, and I would say you're probably right. I would say the only other argument that you could make for why Christmas is the marketed holiday is because it's the most like capitalist. It's the one that raises the most money for business. It's just the spending holiday. It's a holiday of excess. But anyway, Christmas and the holidays can mean very little to you or be a very negative thing for you, and still every December you're just absolutely bombarded with it. And I am not one of those people. As someone who does not care for like most holidays and like happy celebration, I have a lot of positive family memories from Christmas, and they're not all positive, but I've had, I would say, a majorly like a mostly positive experience with Christmas and the holidays in my life. I can't say the same for other holidays, but Christmas has typically been pretty smooth and pretty good and a happy time. So I don't dislike the holidays all that much, nearly as much as some of my friends do. Like I said, there are plenty of people out there who absolutely hate the holidays, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's totally understandable. It's an easy time to hate, and it's an easy time to associate with negative emotion. If something really bad happens in your life on Christmas, then because Christmas is such a larger than life, blown out of proportion holiday, it makes it much easier to remember and be reminded of. So yeah, that's all that. The the thing with the holidays that I think is interesting is that it's sold to us as such an ordeal, and whether or not you love it or hate it, you are expected to participate in the ordeal of the holidays. Um, and that's interesting because to me, it seems like we are a crazed person, like this society of people who are pushing Christmas and the holidays on people. It's like you are a crazed human being running up to other human beings on the street, grabbing them by the shoulders and being like, enjoy this, have fun, be happy, like just shaking them violently, yelling these things in their face. And like the reality is that not everybody feels that way about the holidays, and everybody just kind of needs to chill on it for a minute, because nobody's gonna enjoy something if you scream it in their face to like it. And there's this whole like the war on Christmas bullshit. There's no war on Christmas. There's none of that. There's nothing wrong with you being super jazzed for the holidays. Honestly, like I watched my first Hallmark Christmas movie this season. I was with my grandparents for a couple days, and let me tell you, that movie was absolute trash. But it was a fun little holiday excursion. It was something I enjoyed doing to celebrate the holidays, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying the holidays, but there's something wrong with forcing other people to revel in your enjoyment and forcing them to enjoy it the way you do. And we've made the holidays this like crazy, crazy thing that we just force down people's throat. It's insane. It's so crazy. Christmas gets bigger every year. Like, oh my god, there are Christmas decorations at Walmart in October. As a big Halloween guy, that's very upsetting for me. It's ridiculous. Like, tone it down. Christmas can be, you want to make Christmas a month? Okay, I'll give it to you. You can have December for the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of them. You can have December, but like, let's just keep it to December, please. Let's let's just bring this together. Let's bring it in here. We don't need this. Um, it's just ridiculous. It's gotten so big. All right, I'm rambling. I want to go a different direction. I'm gonna hit this, and then I'm gonna jump back in and go a different way. So, give me a second, or join in. Cheers. Oh boy. Excuse me. Just checked and made sure my timer was going. Timer's not going. That's all right. We'll just guess and check and hope we hit about the same length. Oh boy. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about. Wow, I'm so high. Oh my god. Just I got it. Bring it back. Sorry, I got very distracted by checking my phone timer, and I've got a candle burning in this room, and I'm like distracted by the candle. I'm very high. Um, if you've never listened to this podcast before, smoke a bowl before I start, and then I smoke a bowl during the podcast. So I'm pretty blazed. So what I like about the holidays, or some things I like about the holidays, are just that it is a very inherent. Oh my gosh, the holiday. Wow. All right, I got this. I'm gonna set this bowl down. I'm gonna bring the music back in. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna pull myself together, and I'll be back. So, okay. Some things that I like about the holidays, or the reason that I enjoy the holidays, is in a way the same things I was just talking about that are a little crazy or that make me a little crazy. I like the holidays because it's an inherently positive time. There's just a lot of positive energy and positive vibes out there uh, in the holiday season, and I think it's kind of nice. Like everybody just seems to be a little cooler to each other, and everyone's more excited about spending time with each other. Like there's so many Christmas activities to go out and do, holiday activities to go out and do that um, you can just bring people together and do things. There's a lot of togetherness around the holidays. It's all these things are done because it is the holiday season, and I want to make it clear, like I you celebrate whatever holiday you want, and if you don't want to celebrate Christmas, don't celebrate Christmas. That's cool with me. Like I don't care. If you don't want to celebrate holidays at all, don't celebrate the holidays at all. Maybe it means nothing to you. That's fine with me. I'm not here to like judge you. I don't care. I really don't. I celebrate Christmas because it's what I've celebrated my whole life, and I just keep on keeping on. But um, you know, people go out of their way to be nicer or to spend more time together or to be more positive during the holidays, and it's because it is the holidays. That's their claimed reason, or that's what you'll say, or that's what people will say. Like, it's the holidays, I want to do this, I want to give more, I want to be in the spirit of Christmas or whatever. And I like the holidays because people do that. I don't love that people do that. What I mean by that is I wish people could just be this way all the time. I wish people would always be positive and giving and trying to spend more time with each other. Like, I wish this the spirit of Christmas, or whatever, to quote the Hallmark movie that I was watching, The Spirit of Christmas. The like, you know, people had that mentality 365 all year round, and they didn't need a special reason to be nicer. That's my dream for the world, I guess. And I like the holidays because it's this time of year where people seem to try to live at their nicest and live at their kindest. And it's cool. I like it. It's a positive time in the world, and it makes me happy to see so many other people happy. And that's why it bums me out that we have turned Christmas into this marketing campaign that we're shoving down people's throats. You know, we're turning the holidays in general into this pill that everyone has to take. Hey gamers, did any of y'all play the Happy Few, or We Happy Few, where you had to take your joy? That's what we've like turned Christmas into. It's this prescription that you have to take your Christmas pill sometime between October 15th and December 25th, and become Father Christmas and ho 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 your way down the lane every single day until the 26th of December. Like, it's just this thing that you have to do. And I don't like that we've turned it into that, because we've taken the I'm gonna be corny as shit for a minute, but we've taken the meaning of Christmas and turned it into this commercialized thing. And again, I don't care if you celebrate Christmas or not. I've said before, I'm not super religious. I just like Christmas. Um, you know, we've taken the meaning of the holidays, this time to be positive, this time to be kind, this time to be happy, and we've commercialized it and turned it into a requirement, which makes it, fake and bullshit and not sincere. And I've said before that I don't necessarily care if people are doing the right things for the wrong reasons, because you're still doing the right things. But the holidays have historically been this time where people do the right thing for the right reason, and we are commercializing that, and it really upsets me, and I hate it and bums me out. And yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that side of things. Now I want to talk, I think, a little bit about what's got me thinking about the holidays so much, but I'm going to talk about it after I hit this bowl. Cheers. Okay, so Christmas is on my mind because yesterday I started Christmas shopping. Now, let me be very clear. It is December 17th, and I intend to have all of my Christmas shopping done by the end of today. But, like, December 16th, December 17th, right around the time that I typically Christmas shop, like about a week before, that's where I like to get my Christmas shopping in. Which is weird of me, I know. Now, I. I. This is weird. I feel weird saying it out loud, but I kind of love Christmas shopping. I kind of really enjoy it. Um, but the whole thing for me with Christmas shopping is like I love it until I can't find the things that I'm looking for. Then I don't love it anymore. Um, but the other thing is I love I love it, but it makes me anxious and very overwhelmed. That's it's a vice, I guess. I love being sort of swept up in the madness of Christmas shopping and just kind of existing in that chaos. I often describe myself as a very like chaotic, neutral kind of person. I sometimes enjoy the madness. Um, that being said, I'm someone with a lot of anxiety, and so if I'm too involved in the madness, I can't handle it. But I enjoy watching it. I enjoy being around it. Um, so Christmas shopping for me, like I love going out and being in the hordes of people and just I don't know the whole like magic of it, I guess. And magic is a weird word for it, but the madness I think is better. Um, and just kind of existing in that is sort of fun for me. But at the same time, like I get very overwhelmed very easily. And so if I'm not like finding things, if I'm not on my own path, because typically I go at it with a plan, I knock all this out in one day and I'm just like blazing through. Like I know what stores I have to go to, I know the order I'm going to those stores in, and I'm just like knocking it down. That's how I typically am with Christmas shopping. Yesterday, I started Christmas shopping trying to just get like a few preliminary things out of the way, and it did not go very well. And I got like just very thrown off my groove, and so I came home and I was like, that was a lot. That was very overwhelming. So I am hoping that today is a little better, and I need to. I'm getting high about it. Basically, this is often a thing that I'll do, and I really need to like center my thoughts, and I have a little bit of extra time because I've got all day. Is I'll smoke and I'll shower, and in the shower I will plan. That's I call it getting high about it. Like if I've got a problem, I just got to get high about it and think through it and process through it, and it typically works out pretty well for me. So I'm gonna make a plan. I'm gonna blaze through my Christmas shopping today, and it's gonna be a weekday during the day, so the crowd's not gonna be nearly as massive. Yesterday, I went on a Sunday afternoon, and my God, I have not gone shopping on a Sunday afternoon in a long time, but I have not seen that many people since like the last major music festival that I went to. Oh my goodness. I had to go to one of the like auxiliary stores at the mall here. That's attached, but at the very end of the mall, and is in their sort of like open air walking area where people don't go. Um, it was a Barnes and Noble. I know Barnes and Noble is a big gift place, but like, boy, oh boy, I it took me 15 minutes to find a parking spot at our Barnes and Noble, which is at a massive mall, and the rest of the mall has absurd amounts of parking and is significantly more popular than the Barnes and Noble. But somehow, some way, even that parking lot was full to the brim, and I just had to like it was literally just a waiting game. You just drove around until someone pulled out and you happened to be the first car in line to get that parking spot. Oh god, it was mad. Um yeah, so I did that, and then I just like ran to a couple other stores and couldn't find what I was looking for, and really struck out yesterday. And uh, it shook me, it threw me. Today's not going to be that way. Today I'm going to make my plan. I'm going to go the places I need to be. It's not going to be absolute madness because it'll be a Monday afternoon, and we're going to get Christmas shopping done. But one of the other things I noticed that sort of bummed me out is like some of the stores I went to weren't like as festive as I would have wanted them to be, and that's a jerk thing of me to say because I work in service and I know that like often the decorations are it just is nothing more than an annoyance to put up and install, and it sucks. But I don't know. I just like I went into a couple stores and I was like I was hoping for some happiness and it's just not there. And that was I think when I realized that like we've taken the holidays and turned it into this commercialized thing that you have to do, and when you have to do something, it's hard to want to do something. As there's no choice to it. Choice is what gives you enjoyment. So it's like, oh, I love Christmas. I want to decorate for Christmas versus, oh, I have to decorate for Christmas every single year, and it just takes all the joy out of it. So whether it's Christmas or whether it's the holidays, we're just like forcing it onto people so hard that it's all very synthetic, and there's just not that sincere happiness that I've come to expect from the holidays in my 25 years. And yeah, so the sort of tie together point of this, I think, is that like I I know that the holidays are not a great time for everybody. I know that it's not everybody's favorite time of year or super positive for everybody, and that's all well and good. I think it's on the people who do enjoy the holidays and do love Christmas and the whole season, um, to honor is the wrong word, to express the positivity and the joy of the holidays, um, in a non-abrasive way for the people who just don't feel it. Like the people who don't love the holidays, people who hate Christmas, people who hate the holiday season, people who have no reason to celebrate the holiday season, like those people, and if that person is you, then you should still get to enjoy and experience a month of a happier world. Like people could still be nicer to you, and that would still be a great thing to experience, and something that I feel like you deserve to experience. I feel like we as a culture at one point had decided December was going to be the month we were going to be cool to everybody. Like it was just going to be a good time. Everybody was going to be great. Everybody was going to be nice. It's going to be fun. Like that was just a thing. And now it's not anymore. And maybe it never was. Maybe I was young and foolish and naive. And so if it never was, I would like it to be this way now. Like I just want to make the holiday season a time when people can be happy just to be happy. And I would love it if we could all come together and like do that. So maybe I'll talk about some ideas. I don't know if I really have any ideas. I don't know. I'm gonna hit this bowl again and see what I talk about next. Cheers. looking at recording length. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Looking at recording length, even though I don't have my timer going, it appears that I have about 10 minutes, give or take. So, I think that we could all do a better job of being nicer all the time. I think that December was a time we had all agreed to just be cool. And I feel like because the whole world is telling you, like, grabbing you by the shoulders, shaking you, and be like, just be cool! Be cool! Like, it, it's not what people want to do anymore. It's just not something people want to put effort into. I don't know. I just feel like we're not doing it. And so my request to you here in this week leading up to the holidays is like just be nicer to people, I guess. Just relax and realize that this is a time when everyone could be nicer and we all have a small reason to be nicer. And if you don't have a reason, let's create a reason now. Let's just say, hey, it's December and I'm going to be cool to people this week. Like, it's just something that I'm going to do because it's December. And every December, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be cool to people. It's going to be my month of not being a dick. I'm just going to try my hardest to be a nice guy for the month of December. And I think that the whole world would benefit. I think the whole world would benefit if we could all just say, hey, we're not going to be dicks anymore. But, like, that's unrealistic. Let's talk about realistic goals. Maybe we can all be nice for a month and maybe it'll have a positive effect on somebody's life. I don't know. It's just how I feel. It's just the emotions that I have. Just be cool to somebody, If you see one of those, hey, do you want to donate a toy to kids this Christmas? Do it. I love toy drives. They're good things, man. Like, if anybody in this world deserves to be happy, it's kids. It's just not. Let's shelter them from the horrors of the world as long as we can. And let's get them a toy, damn it. Like, just a 7-year-old girl died, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago from when this episode will come out, because the government snatched her up at the border and then, like, starved her to death. That was really uncool. And I can't even put into words how uncool that was. That's real. You can check if you don't believe me. That's the thing that happened. Like, let's protect the kids from the horrors of the world for a month, and let's give them a toy. Let's be nice. Or if you see a coat drive, that's another one that I think really matters. Or Ivan Moody, who's the lead singer of Five Finger Death Punch. You work in rock radio, you learn some crazy news. This is something you probably didn't hear about. This is something that the news media won't report on. Ivan Moody, the lead singer of Five Finger Death Punch, has worked to orchestrate, like, I think one or two sleeping bag drives for towns that he's played in. I think one was his hometown. I don't totally remember. Just, like, to help the homeless for the cold season, the holiday season, to just get sleeping bags out to shelters and places where people needed them. That was a really cool thing. So I feel good about, like, coat drives and stuff like that, because this is a cold time of year. Even if it's a commercialized crazy time of year, it's a cold time of year. So keep people warm. Let's just keep people on their feet this month. Let's make sure that December is survivable, because for a lot of people it's a really shitty time of year. So let's help them through their shitty time of year by expressing our enjoyment of this time of year. Let's use it for good instead of clout. Yeah, I don't know, man. December is such an interesting time, and it's gone from, hey, let's be nice, to, hey, let's spend all our money. I spend a lot of money on Christmas shopping, but that's because I like Christmas shopping. I like giving gifts to people. I'm very much a gift giver. It makes me happy to make other people happy. So I really enjoy spending cash on Christmas shopping, but I still won't blow my, like, absolutely blow my wallet out on Christmas shopping for people, because I think it's ridiculous to need to spend all of your money to express how much you care about somebody and to make somebody happy. And I don't think that we need to. I don't think anybody out there, well, I'm sure that there's somebody out there who's only happy with gifts that are insanely expensive and only accept love in form of money. I'm sure that those people exist. I think one of them is the president. But, like, I think that we can make people happy without spending all our money, and I don't think that we need to believe the marketing campaign that the only way to express love is with cash. I think that that's terrible, and I don't want to live in a world that feels that way. Let's not, please. That would be great. Let's just all agree to not. So yeah, there's that. I think that's going to be my holiday episode. This episode might come up a little bit short, but that's okay. I have a lot to do. Like, I've got a lot of Christmas shopping to get done, and I got to pull my life together because I had to. So that's another update. Let me give you that life update too. You deserve that. All right. So here's what's gonna happen next. I'm gonna hit this bowl as the inaugural. That's not the right word either, but like the official mark of the end of holiday content. I'm going to give you one more life update after I smoke that bowl, and I'm going to end this episode, and I'm going to smoke another episode, and that'll be it. We'll be done. We'll be out of here. So, here we go. I'm going to smoke this bowl now. Cheers. Oh, that was burnt out. That did not taste good. Ugh. Oh, gross. Okay, so next life update. I don't remember which episode it was. One of my episodes is titled "Sentimental," I think. And in that episode, I talk about my love for my car, my 2001 Toyota Camry. And that was my first car, and a car I love very much, and I talk about it a lot in that episode. And you can go back and listen to that if you want to. If you were there for that episode, here's an update for you. And if you weren't there for that update, or here for that episode, here's a piece of information for you about my life. The Camry is no more. It got its last injury, its last break, and it's not coming back. So I was driving home, and my brakes went out, which was lame. I made it home okay, which was awesome. And my brakes didn't totally go out. I lost brake pressure, so they were working, but like not much and not well. So that was a Friday. Unfortunately, I had to work all weekend long, and I wasn't capable of like going to get a new car right away. So I ended up repairing the brakes on Saturday. So that was like $350, which was lame. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday, as I was driving home, my car started making a funny noise. I got out of the car when I got home and smelled burning rubber, and one of my struts had snapped and cut through my tire. And after spending $350 and then literally 72 hours later needing to spend another $350, I decided that it was time to end this game of cat and mouse and relinquish the car to the junk gods. So the Toyota Camry is still in my possession. I need to clean it out and get it ready to go, but then it will be no more, which is very sad and I'm very upset about, but life goes on. But a gigantic thank you to my grandparents, who had a not so old car that they just weren't using anymore and wanted to give to me as a Christmas present, basically, which was amazing. And I'm so unbelievably grateful for. I can't. I've been struggling to put into words how amazing it's been. You know, to have grandparents who are willing to just give me a car in that way. This is not a like super typical thing for me. I'm not someone who gets all right, let me rephrase that because now I'm going to sound like an asshole and I don't want to. I I'm in a very giving and very loving family, and am definitely on the m- more like, I would say we are an upper middle class family. So I never want to claim or come off or sound like I am someone who did not come from, or who came from being dirt poor, because that's just not an experience that I've had. That is very legitimately a privilege that I have had in life, that I have not come from shit money. And I just haven't had that life experience. I have a lot of sympathy for those who have. There was definitely a time in my life where my family did not have tons of money, but it was never a concern. Um, Now that I'm graduated and older, I'm definitely like not super well off on my own, but money is not something that really just comes flowing to me often. So just to have a car given to me is just like, oh man, it's amazing. Um, yeah, it's sort of saving my life right now. So I've got a new Honda Accord that I'm getting used to, and yeah, it's been cool. It's been different. It's not a car I think I ever would have chosen for myself, but it's a car that I have, and it's a car that I'm gonna love, and it's gonna be great. Um, it's just awesome to have that in my life now, a car that is reliable and that I don't have to worry about. It's been a big stress reliever. So I flew down to Virginia this week, which was madness, and then next week I'll be in over in Illinois visiting some other family. It's gonna be a lot of travel, a lot of craziness. But yeah, I don't remember how I got started talking about that life update, but there it is. That's the life update. And now I'm gonna go. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking through another episode, and I appreciate it as always. And follow me on Instagram if you want. I'm at Sesh Cast. Leave an iTunes review if this was a thing that you enjoyed, I guess, because people tell me that helps. And if you know somebody else who might like this podcast, feel free to tell them about it. That would be helpful to me. Thanks. I'll see you next week. Cheers. My name is GLDLX. This has been Sesh Cast. Thank you so much for listening.